We're in the green. Hey.
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 Welcome to this lovely surprise evening of extra game of Warhammer 29k. We didn't expect to play tonight, but sadly because Tales were cancelled, we are doing this. And since this was us arranged, we only have half of the crew and two new members, which will get the chance to experience tonight.
Oh yeah.
Would the two older members give us a brief introduction what happened last time?
Oh god. Okay, where do we start? Basically, our original party rocks up to the gates of the great city in fucking Mesopotamia. There was a bit of autism because the big guy with the Reaper chain blade couldn't fit in the car, so we had to wait for them to bring up a fucking flatbed truck to transport this lad up to the palace. We waited around for a bit at the palace, scared some nobles, as you do, because they're not used to hard motherfuckers from the wastes, you know. We met Grand Chancellor V of the Sargon Empire. He was pretty cool dude. Bit weird, but cool. Then we met the Sargoid himself, who drank his boomer juice, made cups of tea, told us to go find a present for his wife's son for his birthday, because his birthday is going to be in a year, so we need to go to the mysterious Silicon Valley in America. We have to go there and find a magical device that will play Ark or some shit.
Real estate's Patreon, right there. My people have been scattered to the four winds.
Let my people donate.
Reload shotgun. No, I told you, give him back his secret.
He will give us reward us to our wildest dreams if we do accomplish such a great quest.
So a 5-minute live stream.
Then we met what was it, Hassan the camel salesman?
Crazy Hassan, yeah.
Yeah, he fucking was in charge of the motor pool of the Emperor's palace. He was like, yo, you can have any vehicle you want because I have a written pass and seal from the Emperor. We all decided to take a truck from 1984 or some shit. Like a tractor, because we figured that is an old piece of shit, but it's still here, so it's probably good.
It has survived literally tens of thousands of years.
Yeah. We pimped
I'm pretty
it
sure
out.
it is as old as the human species.
We pimped it out, like, in a very cool fashion. Then we decided, right guys, lads, we need to go to the bar and get an engineer who knows how to fix this fucking thing, because none of us are very good at technical stuff, particularly.
And you got this gentleman.
Oh yeah. We got this guy.
Frank.
Then we decided, after we secured his employment, signed the contract, so forth, someone suggested, guys, we're going to be 6 months there and then 6 months back. We need something to fuck instead of each other. So, we hired a fucking lovely lady who's in medical school or some shit, who's going to take care of that for us, and also patches up. So, it's not all degenerate, it's somewhat practical.
And yet it didn't stop some of us, isn't that right, Stu?
Nope.
This is very important. Does she pay the appropriate money that she earns from you paying her?
That's the beauty of it. We're going across international lines. We don't gotta pay shit.
Yeah, we literally paid her a fixed contract of 6 months, so yeah.
she gets day off a week. All other days are for somebody. Because there is 6 people in the party.
Regardless, we then bought more supplies. We decided to buy, what was it, an extra month's supplies of ammo, fuel, and food and shit. We bought more explosives, bought more alcohol, spices, and what was it, narcotics? Like, basically valuable trade goods, because we got to Mount Blade this shit and actually earn currency in other lands, rather than using our own currency.
Those authorized trade goods.
Yep.
Everything's authorized when you have a big enough gun.
Yeah. And then we set off, and then we ended up we decided out of all our 5 choices to take a path through the spooky ruins. Our choices were the mountains, the desert, the canals, the farmlands, or the spooky ruins. We all were like, yeah, fuck all that gay shit, let's go through the spooky ruins, fam.
Next thing you know...
Next thing you know, some PG-13 moments occurred between me, Gren's character who was possessed by a spirit, and yeah, so we had to basically do a deal with the spirit to gain passage, and the ghost was
don't
like...
worry, it was the ghost who gained passage by the end of it.
And the ghost was like, I want to live for a bit.
Stu got bummed by the physical embodiment of human suffering.
Yeah, after I, for some reason, failed to convince the whore to do her job by rolling a 14, she was like, nah, my fam, I'm still not fucking a ghost. So I was like, fine, bitch, I'll fuck the ghost. And then we ended the session, and now we're here.
All of us sat in the car, trying not to look at each other.
In fact, it was so bad that 3 of our party members are not here tonight, so we need new people.
3 people just, during the middle of this, just calmly stepped out of the moving vehicle. Tumbling through the sand.
I'm gonna presume that they all went into shock, and they're all in our van trying to wake up, so...
Yeah, basically, your people are either shopping or in your van sleeping, so... At the moment, it's just our lovely gentleman, Dr. Jones, de facto leader of the party, by the virtue of being ready to do anything.
Oof.
And a resident gamekeeper, Gamey, played by Bill, who is a ranger in the resorts for the rich.
I'm a lot of things to a lot of people.
You also have the nurse you saw, who is also here to offer assistance, and the professor to do the same. You have reached the border town between the Sargon's Empire and one of its allied neighbors, the country of Batvia, which is in alliance only probably to stop the Urush or future Russia from conquering them all. You are met by this lovely gentleman, the local commander. He has received word of your coming and has been instructed to help you as much as he can. So, we also have 2 other players. Mud, who plays this lovely camouflage gentleman. You can see here. And we have Merc, who plays the young captain. Both are hired at this local outpost to provide, well, security, for the lack of a better word, as much as possible. There is local merchants that are around in this area.
He seems totally trustworthy. And not at all a horrific caricature.
Yeah, like I said, there is a couple of merchants which you can trade or buy stuff or information or anything you can imagine.
What is that he's holding?
Is that Jar Jar Binks?
No, that's
that's a camel.
That's a camel sat next to the guy with the massive mustache.
Jesus Christ.
I'm guessing he's a mutant of some kind.
No.
Well, it depends how much time you spend in the dust mines, how your skin looks like.
Oof.
The small guy is a mutant, as you can see by his weird features.
Mm.
So basically, you 2 are currently talking to the officer. You can talk to him whatever you like.
Amy will let Jones do the talking until such a time that his anti-government tendencies resurface.
All right. I'll walk up to the captain and be like, hello, Captain. How are you doing?
Добрый вечер. I work Orychton. Good. Yeah, Orychton. Yeah, good. I'm good.
Glad to hear it, Sonny.
What I can do for you?
Well, we're seeking passage into, what do they call it? Albania or somewhere like that.
Batvia. Speak good. Speak good. Batvia.
Alright. Because we're hoping to get to the African conclave through passage through there.
Ah, easy. Go east. Jako dobar put. Ide samo go east.
East? Sounds good. Appreciate it.
2 paths. 2. He shows you 2 fingers. It's pretty obvious how much. What is he saying? 1, safe. Little. Other, no safe.
Well, boys, it looks like we're going through the first passage then, if that's a little safe at least, but...
I don't know about that. We may need to go the quick way.
Yeah.
We're burning fuel real fast.
Both way, almost same. No fast way.
Alright, I'll further question him and be like, boatway? Take our vehicle? And I like gesture to the truck, you know, can that come with us on the boatway?
Yeah, yes, but slow.
Right.
No rush. Big rocks. Some bandits. Bad road.
Fair enough.
Government shit.
My poacher senses tingling.
Alright.
He also points at and Captain. He try build roads. Also shit. Made worse.
The roads are fine.
Your roads shit.
I'd like to see you do better.
Jesus.
Maybe if we paid someone to do it.
He gives you the look as he shows his pockets that they are completely empty, that he has no money to fund anything. Like his body language is like, buy roads with what money? What money?
Oof.
She's got this look. What do you fucking want from me, you fucking ANCAP piece of shit?
Well, if you just worked harder for it.
So, right, out of character, are we over the border and into Bania now, or are we still in the Persian
because Bania is ally of the Archimedean Empire, you basically passed all, let's call it passport control, and you're safe to go in.
Alright, cool.
Basically, what you have been told is not to rush in with the truck or anything bigger, because it's quite possible it will grab attention. There is a lot of bandits on these roads. A lot of people inside here are also de facto spies who will call their cousins up in the mountains.
Oh, God.
So you are recommending that scouting the way would be the safest thing during the day, and then traveling during the night.
Okay, well, lads, while our party members, our fellow comrades, are recovering in the truck, sounds like we need to scout the way a bit.
This is a plot device for other players not to miss too much.
Yeah, that's fair enough, right. So I guess me and Gamey are going to go on a scouting expedition. What about these 2 gentlemen beside you, Captain?
The commander points at them and say, these 2 help. They paid a lot of money.
Already
Pay no more. They assholes. Tu pička je materija, crkvi da Bog da, govno američko, tu si mi našao da mi kenjaš u putevima.
I don't catch any of that.
Well, gentlemen, looks like you're rolling with us today.
At least they feed me and it's not people.
Yeah, don't bet on that for too long with us.
Yeah, in most of the world at this millennia, the most people, it is a black sludge from a plant, which has all the nutrients and all the delicacy of cardboard. At best of times.
Here's where we get to do our best crazy taxi impression. You look cool. Get in.
we're going to save Warhammer universe. Jump in. Oh fuck.
We need to go reinstate the Emperor's Patreon funding.
We go to Patreon, lock and load, and jump in.
Well, we are heading to Silicon Valley, so maybe we can find patrons all headquarters.
all the bosses going to be different fucking social media networks.
Maybe we could we could get some funding for the roads.
So
Only Domino's can help us now. Only Domino's can build road.
Alright, lads.
Basically, these are like these are almost two identical roads that go into the mountains.
I'm gonna roll
go
for
down
this.
to McRoad or Road King.
We're going for one on the
You
left.
laugh. That is a plot point in Judge Dredd that there are two warring mutant factions. One is a bunch of McDonald's, like they're dressed as Ronald McDonald and his cohort.
Dude, I fucking
And
love
the other
burgers.
crew's like Burger Kings. It's weird.
Congratulations, Stu. You have picked the so-called safer path.
Okay, cool.
Boo! Bring on the Coca-Cola Death Squads.
I'm sure we'll run into something since it's so-called safe.
Yeah.
Now we're only going to have to fight the RC Cola Death Squads.
Oh god.
So what kind of vehicle?
I was about to bring that up. Presumably we rent out
yeah.
some vehicle from the guards at the border post to use for recon. So.
Well, you cannot rent a vehicle, but you can detach the truck from the main thing, and it will work fine in this terrain.
Oh, so the tractor, but without the trailer behind it. Oh, right, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will not offer much in like the armor, but you can hide behind one side if you have the desire.
Very cool. We'll leave our compatriots behind so they can sleep off the trauma of the last night.
Yeah, I should also point out that the nurse and the professor are not very keen on going as well, but they can offer you assistance.
So they will
like
come with us?
Yeah, because outside the van they don't feel very safe. Remember, these guys don't have armor or much in weapons training.
Oh yeah, and they don't really live outside the city that much, do they? So, yeah.
Yeah, they are fine inside the van, they expect this, but not to be on the scouting thing.
Alright, well, we'll take the thought and the engineer with us then, sounds good.
Instead of phoning a codec to fucking save your game, you just sext the nurse to save the game.
God damn.
But yeah, they'll stay like on the radio line, and in case of real shit, be able to. The nurse will also give you emergency medical kit, so you can patch up minor wounds, not to bleed out on the spot.
Oh, we all got stim packs, nice.
She basically tells you, take this bit here and you put it in your ass and you just pull the plug like last night.
God.
Just not directly the hole, next to the hole.
Wow.
It's a lot like a ripcord.
We're getting dangerously close to like space truckers stuff. We're gonna get to a point where suddenly someone's going, like, got a fucking ripcord attached to their junk.
God, I remember that movie. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Charles Dance activating a radiation powered ripcord dick.
Alright.
So you guys, you can either fuck off or you can chat a bit, look around, maybe whatever you want to do.
So a quick meander around, see if there's any bicycles we can steal. They will be useful in the wastes.
I was gonna say all the guards are like from the Balkans, aren't they? They're not from the Empire locally, so.
I want to check my ammunition, make sure I'm fully stocked if we're going to be moving out.
Yeah, basically the Merc is the reason Merc's character is here. I'm just making this stuff up on the moment is because he heard that there is going to be a lucrative trade here, going from Batavia to Work Media and beyond, and he wants to be there to capitalize when the time comes.
Yeet.
And well, the Matt character is native, so he is local and is directly under command.
I heard something about guns, psychoactive substances, and spices.
Yeah,
And I came.
Yep.
This is, as they say, a booming market that's going to happen.
Yep.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that, but okay.
A boomer market.
A boomer market, maybe.
Well, when we get into Bania proper, we'll actually be able to trade some of this shit and get some real money, so...
Oh yeah, your next step will technically be a smaller town, but after you pass the actual mountains.
Alright.
So, what do you want to do now?
Let's see. Do any of you boys want anything from the outpost first before we set out?
Oh, my own supplies.
Yeah, you basically what they told you, this is be at most a day trip of scouting to check the path, because you'll be traveling at night, and by the next day you should be on more safer side of the mountains.
I'd like to pack actually one day.
Basically you can carry a day's worth of water and food. You don't have to lug as much unless you want to carry all your ammo.
Well, yeah.
If you want for overkill, that's another thing.
Well, my guess is, well, I'd like to carry supplies for one additional day out, just in case.
Yeah, you can do that. They'll fit on the truck easily.
All right. And they're mine. No one else's. I own them. I have the property rights.
Alright, Mud, do you require anything before we set out?
I'm gonna just bring along 2 individual kegs. Or just big jugs, I guess.
Yeet. That sounds very cool.
Of what?
On juice and off juice.
On juice and off juice?
One is just like extreme. You know that coffee that's like so fucking potent that just having a sip will like keep you awake for 5 days straight or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
espresso.
And then the other one is just hard liquor, unironically. Or whatever the equivalent of hard liquor is.
Oh, that reminds me.
Just rubbing alcohol.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well,
So Skull, I should probably say, for Odin and all that stuff. Well, that's stuff I'm meant to be doing.
Oh, good God, I drank so much yesterday. I had 1.5 bottles of champagne. Just sat there and just slammed it.
There's a certain special kind of alcoholism that precipitates this kind of scenario.
Well, no, it's cheapo champagne.
Ah, that was gonna say.
I do want to clarify that on the jugs it does say in Sharpie off juice and on juice.
Wait, both of these are just bottles of absinthe.
Jesus
Hey,
God.
if I keep on the thing is, if I run out of one of the supplies, if I just keep on drinking the other, eventually it will have the effect I want.
I'm picturing
Yeah,
a long-winded
exactly.
conversation between Gamey and Mud's character. It's like, it's not absinthe, it's Pernod. There's a difference.
I might
Pernod's
just
stuff
have
where you can't
cheats
get
in it, actually.
absinthe.
I got 2/5 of absinthe downstairs. Damn.
Get out the little, like, absinthe's one of those weird drinks. It's kind of like crack or heroin. Either way, you need a little spoon.
oof.
Usually some flames.
So, are you all packed up? Do you want to do something else?
I'm all good to go if everyone else is.
Well, I got extra ammo. I got extra food and water. I'm good to go.
Got my bow, got my arrows, got my shotgun.
As you approach back, you can see that the doc and the nurse are going back into the van. Closing the door behind, you can hear the snoring from inside from the other people. And as you get close to the truck, you can see that the merchants are looking around. They seem interested into it. Like they're knocking, examining. This seems like sturdy building. And they look at your group. Habib, is this yours?
It's our vehicle, folks.
Very good vehicle, very good. How much money?
Hate to disappoint you, son, but not for sale right now. Maybe on the trip back, though.
Oh, come on, I gave you good money. I give you good connections. This seems like a good thing.
I appreciate your gushing, son, but I don't think you've got better connections than we already have. I just flashed the seal of the Emperor.
He just, ooh, okay, no problem. He just take good care. This good vehicle. You can see he's slapping. You can see he's the little guy with the very big nose. He has very good decorations under his robes. You know, rings, watches. The other guy is like the camel trader. They seem like they are locally connected quite well.
Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out. There's a whole bunch of cheap Chinese knockoff shit that they're going to try to trade.
I was going to suggest we use these newfound potential allies to find, like, keep an eye out if there's like a bicycle or something similar we can use. Something for like a short range reconnaissance.
Have them test out the ovens.
Skateboards.
Well, lads, keep an eye on this vehicle.
Skis.
We could just tie to the end of the tractor and then try and brake if we need to go further on.
Mad and Mark, can you roll me 1d20? Mark, you do it with +2.
Alright, let's see. Where did I put that?
Oh, thank fuck.
Don't worry, Mad. You actually have been recently moved here and you see these guys for the first time in your life. You actually have no idea about them.
Oh, good. That's almost like me in real life.
Mark, if you be so kind.
Oh, Merc knows. Fucking.
No, here.
He rolled 20 rather than 1d20.
No, I'm dumb. Yeah, I'm dumb.
So.
Hold on.
Can I do it like that? There you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's not bad.
Yeah, you actually knows these guys. The guy with the camel is actually the local information broker. He basically, among other things, he has couriers traveling all across this region. Some go to the mountains, others go to the desert. So either because he seems quiet, but he's a knowledgeable chap. He knows what's going around. While the other guy is just the local big shot. He deals in one commodity, but he does it well, and that's why he's rich. For the most part, it's just rocks and masonry, which is used in palaces of the very rich.
Right. Unfortunately, lads, do you relay this to us, Merc, by the way, who these fuckers are?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know who they are.
Alright, cool. Basically everyone in the region knows we're here now, unfortunately, so... any pretense of stealth is out the window.
They may know we're here, but they don't know where we're here.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't think we were intending stealth when we began this journey, considering we have a man with a reaper chainsaw.
Among other things, Merc knows that here you can either be very stealthy, which means completely avoiding this border town, or you can be very fast, which is as good. But going into the unknown is more deadly. So scout, like they told to you, scouting is paramount in this region.
Alright, so I guess I know I rolled, but I'm guessing we need to pick which route we're taking, the fast route that's more dangerous, or the slow, safe route.
Both routes are about in the same length.
Okay.
And you already picked one route.
Alright, I guess we'll head out then.
I'll just remove the other NPCs.
Yep.
Which are not useful anymore, and I'll upload the new background. This background layer, because this is how I work. I don't have time to make new propositions.
Oh. Gren asks, has he tried to sell you camels yet in the chat? Oh yeah, I'm afraid, no. He may do when
Nope.
we come back, though.
And here, slowly up. Can you see it?
Yep.
You're driving around the tractor. It seems pretty okay. So far it was open road. By the way, Stu, have you started the streaming link? Can you give it to me before I continue?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah. So I can just copy it. These mountains. So you can see that there is a path going directly up there. Let's see how much things you can notice. If you would be so kind, so everybody give me a perception roll. Those who have survival and other bonuses, knowledge local, add +2 for anything you have.
Okay, so that's gonna be +4 for me.
Yeah, +4 for you.
Okay.
Whatever you think is useful.
Ooh, that fucked up.
By the way, Bill Han just says he won't be playing tonight, but if his character needs to do anything, you can control him. So. What are we rolling for?
Chosen very poorly.
So
Navigation, I believe.
Oh shit, son.
Ooh, shit.
Oh damn.
Damn.
Stu, you others just see the regular road going in. They don't see anything special about this cliff. But you have managed to spot that there is something that tractor could probably climb
Oh shit,
and go
lads.
up the cliffs.
Right. We're gonna fucking parkour over the mountains, it looks like, in this fucking truck.
This is an option. The thing is, you do not know how the cliffs go. They could like go for a very long time, or they can brittle at some places. But you see, you're pretty comfortable that if you want to give drive a little bit of a chance.
Do I reckon this would save us time?
You reckon that, this will give you a point of view from above?
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I would do. I would get up there and see if there's anybody up there laying any kind of traps. I would see how clear the road is.
Rest assured, fellas. I'm gonna make sure this place is safe. I'm gonna do my best to scout ahead. I'll be using, if I need to navigate any kind of sheer cliffs, etc. I've got grapnel arrows in my quiver.
Do we have any kind of long-range communication?
Yeah, you have the radio, but any chance that the help will come, it could be a while. So it's most useful if you really get stuck and you have to be pulled out. But if you get attacked, the chances are
if I get captured, I'll fire off a flare.
Well, we could communicate with each other, right? Do we all have radios, or?
Yeah, you're basically all in shouting range. These are hilariously empty mountain. Whatever you say will be heard.
Oh boy!
But you can get to you have talkie-walkies. Is that how you say it in English?
Talkie-walkies is now
Talkie-walkies,
just what I'm going for.
We'll say talkie-walkies. I like that. That's
Yeah, no, I like that. I'm not even being mean.
Unironically sounds better.
So, do you want to attempt a drive check against the cliff of the mountain?
Well, okay. Quick question, not to cheese the system, but if you're up there on the cliff top and you scout out a path, wouldn't that assist us with a drive check?
Oh yeah, you can go and examine the road. What Dr. Jones saw is a possible road. You can go and spend a little time, like checking it out, see if it's crumbling, trying to find the best possible way to drive this thing.
Yeah.
But is this just like a big winding road? There's not very much.
Yeah, it's basically a slightly larger goat path, but the track seems like capable of climbing even that. If you look at its spikes at its tracks, you can see it has spikes at the bottom, so it will stick.
Ah, right. So it's all terrain.
Oh yeah.
Probably not appropriate for water, but yeah. All right. You know what I'll do is I'm gonna detach the scope from my Well, I reckon I probably got it not too far off. The fuck off sniper rifle. And I'm just gonna see how gonna use the scope to see how like the farthest down I can see if there's anything along the road.
So you want to go ahead? You want to
No,
scout?
I'll stay,
You want to scout
stay where we
down the canyon?
No. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay where I am, but I'm gonna use the scope to see as far as like try and use it to like scout somewhat ahead, just to see if there's anything like.
Yeah, he's using it like binoculars.
Yeah.
It's actually moving.
Yeah, you see basically what you missed before. What Jones saw. You are pretty sure that you can take that mountain, but anything below that, it's very hard to tell from this vantage point. You would have to climb very high.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to try and get up this trail on the tractor, then get a better viewpoint. Fucking Top Gear this shit.
Who wants to top gear? Who wants to push behind and hopes that the truck doesn't start going backside?
Oh, I'll probably be the pusher.
Anyone else know how to drive this thing, or is it just me?
It's a forward pedal, isn't it? I don't think that's...
I mean, I can give driving a go if you're more comfortable sitting behind. But...
I'm going to class this as a use of my survival skill, at least when Roll20 will let me access my the ability to roll things, because apparently he's decided to shit the bed.
Okay.
Maybe I should stop. Maybe I should stop listening to Fashwave.
If we're all cool with that, then I will drive. The rest of you try and push this thing.
Okay, Dr. Jones, your only bonus is +1 because you're trying to look cool as you.
Because I'm cool jacket.
Yeah, you have the cool jacket, and that's.
I'm
like
going for it. Oh God, no! It's below average.
But for this to be applied, you have to take the top off, so you get bonuses. But if you start rolling down, you'll be more exposed.
Oh God.
Hopefully, you roll back way and not sideways.
All right. So
okay,
yeah.
Was that your roll?
Yeah, I rolled 9. Do the rest of the lads have to roll to push? Or...
Okay, everybody roll 1d20 +2. So if you have survival, you can add that. And what does Mud has again? Let me just see.
Can I roll to pretend that I'm pushing, but not actually push? Well, I'm just kind of more leaning against the stroke.
Okay,
with a straight face.
Okay, you can do that, but others too can do a perception check to see if you're bullshitting them. So first thing, roll to pretend, Mud.
Okay, what do I? Can I?
Roll 1d20, no bonuses.
Oh shit, son.
Okay, you two can do the same, and Dr. Jones can do in the rear window of the tractor.
Right. Oh God.
Oh God. He's seeing you, but even in the rear window he can feel that it's not all your strength here. So Dr. Jones.
Yeah.
I'm
just gonna like kind of shout over as the engine's revving. Come on, man! I know it's tough, but we've got to do this shit. Push.
Meanwhile, I'm just flailing on the floor. Help! The government has turned off my ability to use my arm.
So.
Bill and Mark, can you roll 1d20 as well with your bonuses to survival? So it's +2. Mud, you have to push now, unless you want to antagonize the party.
Now I'm gonna really push lightly.
No, you're not. You now push for real.
Oh man, I'm not doing so good today.
Oh shit.
Mark's opinion of me is still okay. I'll take that.
No, it's not that you're not strong. It's that the terrain is a bit slippery. The good thing you're not rolling off, but you're not moving as much, so it's very hard. Unless Bill and Mud. Bill, do you want me to roll for you?
Yes, please.
This is roll for Bill.
Oh.
Ooh. Bill gives it a very good push, so Mud, can you do it as well?
I mean, I literally have no benefit.
Okay, now it's working.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly better than average.
Yeah, this is slightly better, and Bill is very good. Not perfect, but very good.
I'm not even like pushing. What I'm doing is I'm climbing up higher and laying like ropes so that the tractor's winch can pull up further.
Yeah, basically what you managed to do. You take a little while, but the good news is you do not tumble down as you climb the side of the mountain. And after what is, I think, like an hour of grueling work, you manage to reach the summit. And just put another picture. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh no!
Oh no, kick him!
New phone, who dis?
I think he's mistaken.
Oof. It's the knuckle of E.
And
Oh,
you're
Discord. They've actually hacked into his new account and they're using
and basically, gentlemen, you are at top of the hills. And to your relief, you can see that it's mostly flat for the most part. And you can see that the road is going downstairs. Yep, it seems passable when you look down. You can now pick to slowly follow the track or examine or scout as much as you want.
Okay, let's see. I guess we all roll like perception shit to see what's actually in the path ahead now that we have a vantage point. I'll give that shit a go.
Rolling perception.
I see completely average stuff. Oh shit.
Okay, let me get my old, I'll go with survival, I guess.
So basically,
survival. So I got 21.
I forgot to add numbers. Give me a second. There you go.
I've been rolling straight mediocrity.
basically,
I have reached my zenith.
oh shit.
I'm going back to bed.
One big question as you examine, where do you stand? Where do you look around?
I'm gonna look at the back of my eyelids. That's my current plan.
Oh.
No. Tell me where do you stand? Do you approach the edge of the cliff? Do you go in the middle? Where do you stay? If you don't tell me,
I
I'll
didn't
just.
know I was going to be looking. I just thought I'd be
Oh,
looking
I'd
at
be-
the general terrain.
Do you climb the tractor? Because depending on that, I'll tell you what you see. Or what you don't see.
Oh yeah, more importantly, what I don't see. Yeah. Sure, I'll get on top of the tractor. I'll just have a quick look around.
Well, congratulations, Matt. As you climb, you can see something from your pocket fall down the vent of the tractor.
Oh.
You just see clink, clink, and it's completely gone.
Great. Now it's just gonna rattle there. I mean, this was a good tractor, and now it's ruined. The resale value of this thing is going to go way down.
Is there any way I can find out what?
Don't be stupid.
Fucking bet.
Tractors don't lose their resale value. They just appreciate in value due to their antique nature. Only an cap would ever think this would depreciate. He slaps the side and the wing mirror falls off.
And for Jones and Gardner, you see pretty much it's a fair okay road. Nothing on left either side. You're pretty sure you can continue along your planned route and reach destination. rich examination checkpoint. But our local ANCAP, he notices something interesting as he approaches the cliff. It's very, very brittle, and basically, even just kicking a little, kicks rocks that go down the cliff, and it makes a tiny bit of avalanche.
Well then.
Just the smallest of avalanches.
Yeah, so basically, Mother, thank fuck you did not go to the cliff, because you will be going down the cliff.
Oh, I already felt that anyway.
Roll me another 1d20.
Sure.
Let's see how valuable is the thing you have lost. Quite valuable. What is it on your person? Let's check your shit again.
I swear to God, if it's anything larger, if it's just my entire clothes. Oh, fuck.
No, it's not. Oh, you used to have a very nice set of like that sniper scope you had. You have taken off. It has fallen down the shaft.
Holy fuck!
That's pretty
That shit's
valuable.
expensive, fam.
No, sorry, I cut it down. That was just me trying the water because I'm literally making shit as I go. But you had a very good compass with you, and that has fallen down your shaft. Not irreplaceable, but it was of decent quality.
Mastercrafted
Oh.
compass. Damn son.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to use. I'm assuming that how many suns are there?
Sorry, how many?
Suns are there, roughly.
Yeah, we are on the road. There is still one sun. We
So
have
two.
So I just have to roughly guess. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, there is not much mystery where you're going. You're just, you're going to follow the road and see if it's safe for the most part.
Could we try and extract the compass from the fucking thing somehow, or is it gone completely lost?
Why do I feel like I'm going to be the one to go down there?
Yeah, you can try. Who has knowledge mechanics here of any sort?
Nobody.
Well, I know how to work a winch.
Yeah.
Like,
I know Archaeotech apparently, so I might have a go at it. But
Yeah, you're the only one who can roll without penalties. Everybody else will roll with -3.
okay.
If you want to see how to dislodge this thing.
I will give it a go. So we go recover that master compass. Yeet.
Well, somehow you managed to safely unbolt the screws.
Yep.
But even if the professor has really tightened them, but as you try to pull off, but you're pretty sure it's the bottom of the shaft. It should have stuck or stop. It's not there anymore.
Oh.
You even rattle the whole 50-ton thing. Yeah, it's not 50 ton, but you get the picture.
Yeah.
You try to shake that a bit, but nothing is rattling. It's completely sucked deep inside the engine.
Right. I'm gonna screw it back on then. I think sadly Mud has been lost to the ages. So I will screw it back on as tightly as the mechanic did, or at least close enough.
So basically now you have nothing to do. So I assume you continue your path down the cliff.
Yep.
Not along the cliff side.
All right.
So some time passes and you approach at what seems like a sharp turn. And who is driving?
That'd be our ranger friend, if I remember correctly.
okay, I'll see to it.
Yeah, can I ranger friend? Very good. Our ranger friend is quite decent at avoiding triggering further avalanches and rock slides. Because as you approach one place, just bring up the picture, you can see Second. Oh, come on. Why is this such a horseshit?
Yep, roll 20's pain in the
expand.
ass.
Roll 20 being a shit, don't worry. Yeah, there it goes.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you're not there. Basically, you're here at the top, but you can see that there has been a recent avalanche along this path.
So the question is, how do we get down there?
No, you're on your good path. You can just see that this has happened down the path, and that there is a lot of rocks blocking your way if you were to take this path. It might take some work to remove it, but can
There's
somebody
no point.
who is good with explosives?
Well, we did have
The other
someone.
guy.
Yeah,
But he
I
is-
can show you how to make a bomb with just a roll of toilet paper and a stick of dynamite.
What?
I mean, we do have a box of like excess explosives, so we could probably do some even without him. But
Yeah, but basically this is something to keep in your mind. But so nobody have knowledge explosives.
no.
No. So
I
in
know
that
how to
case-
boom fish.
A boomfish.
Goes boom, and then there's
Boom.
fish.
You also, well, I'll say you notice this because this is mostly yellowish and pinkish area, and this figure is black is very hard to miss at the bottom of the cliff.
Oh shit.
Oh.
You
Damn
can see
son.
this lovely lady sitting at the bottom of the cliff and trying to slowly. Well, she's just like. Not sure is she moving rocks or is she just playing with them. It's very unsure.
Oh, she's probably picking up the rocks after the husband was throwing them there.
I'm gonna,
I was gonna say that's her reloading.
I'm gonna try to spot that out, see what the hell's going on with this lady.
Yes, you can roll perception if you want.
Yeah, so that's survival.
Yeah, you can use survival to examine the area. You can also use knowledge local to know about
Oh,
horse
well.
plus. Oh well. Well, Merc, I have good news for you. You
Yeah.
notice something very odd about this rock slide. Here at the top. This is not how a cliff looks like after a normal rock slide.
This was deliberate then.
This was deliberate. And what's more, you're pretty sure that she is trying to resort things to make it look more natural. She's basically turning around the charred rocks from the explosives so that other side is upside down.
Okay, I say we huck a stick of dynamite down there.
Typical American bombing from the side.
Hey, saturation bombing has a 100% accuracy rating. It always hits the ground.
Damn right.
Well,
I get out my bow and arrow and prepare to eat this bitch.
She has not noticed you yet. Despite
That's how I
everything.
like my
Oh,
women.
she's gonna. She's gonna. Blow her clothes clean right off.
So, what is your course of action? Because I don't think any of you has dynamite unless you said you packed before you left.
well, we've got the crate of dynamite that we have, like that everyone can use, and then Doom has his crate. So
Okay. But do you have it on the tractor, or do you just like, have it in your pockets?
I presume most of the cargo's still on the tractor, unless we offloaded loads of it. Like back at
Do you
base.
remember how it's placed? On the trailer is the storage space. The tractor can pack some things, like your water, your food. So unless you
Okay.
told me you packed at least something.
It's kind of hard to say retroactively, but I would presume we did at least pack a few things with us, but not a lot, probably.
Yeah, so
I also-
in the future, if you like go off road without your just point out that you've packed some
Yeah.
elementary stuff.
Mhm.
I didn't mention this, but I have another nice little personalised mug.
Personalized what?
Mug or cup. That I can just so I can put my on and off juice in.
That's pretty useful.
So it's the coolest monkey in the jungle. It is great.
Can I get a hey? Can I get a quick shot of that stuff? The off juice specifically.
I mean,
Speaking of,
if you got a glass,
I will proffer out a little tin teacup.
ah, sure, fuck it, why not?
I'll
I'll
just
just
slam
flick
a
the
little
little thing.
water from the canteen there.
Fucking pussy.
I'll take a bit of the booze. I will pour in the happy pills that I stole from War Crime earlier in the campaign. I will mash them into a paste, and I will begin tipping my arrows with it.
Should
Okay,
we?
You should probably set them on fire before you fucking roll
you
them.
should at this point somebody should roll a stealth check.
All right.
Who should roll the stealth check? All of us, or?
Well, the chatty motherfuckers.
Oh, I ain't saying shit. I'm just sipping my
Oh, in
water.
which case, fuck that. I'm gonna go back and drink some coffee.
Okay, it's not automatic failure. Let's see.
Yeet!
Well, congratulations, you are completely unseen as you do your chemistry set. But now,
Chemistry's a strong word for getting a bunch of fucking drugs and mashing them at the bottom of my quiver. I can do that, like, drunk.
So the other could do it, Dr. Jones,
All right. I shall roll.
ANCAP, if you'll be so kind.
That's pretty stealth.
It's pretty stealthy. You're actually so stealthy to give Ahmad a slight bonus to
Oh,
to his thing. And
that is a
please.
point. What do we want to do with her? Because I'm thinking we could wait and see where she falls back to, so we know where she probably has like bandit colleagues or whatever, so we know where her camp
So
is.
we'd have to effectively tail her then.
Yeah. Which might be hard in the tractor, but we could maybe just stay up on this cliff and keep an eye on her and just see where she goes.
Well, my guess
Very cool,
is,
fellas.
actually, let me do a local knowledge check.
Yes, you can do local, but please give me a stealth check first.
Okay. What is it? What's my
1d20
modifier?
plus 2.
Okay. Plus 2. We're gonna hold on a minute. Let me.
Also, I'll be fair and give Ahmad a slight bonus. Let's see.
That is a shit fucking roll for stealth. Did she notice me?
Notice me, Senpai. Notice me.
Well, now we should roll. Basically, I'll say that because Ahmad has his stealth skill, he has +2, and Cam gives another +2. So basically, Ahmad has.
That's still a massively shit roll, but yeah.
Yeah, basically, if she rolls 9 or higher, she notices you too. But,
Oh.
let's see.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
Oh,
She sees you from the corner of your eyes. And you
Well
can
then, what
see
should
her-
we do? Should we just should we like?
You can see her jump as quick as a cat behind the rock, and she hides there.
How big are these fucking rocks?
Okay, so my guess. What we should do.
Some of these rocks are sizable, and you can see popping out back again with this aimed at
Oh my fucking god!
Are we? What? Wait, what?
she has an SMG. Look at that.
All right, so
We-
here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna rally the party around the top of the cliff there.
Yeah.
Rally around your family, pocket full of shells. I'm gonna have everybody take up sight on. I mean, I'm not the party leader, but I'm gonna suggest we all go up to the cliff. And we all draw our weapons,
She has not started firing you yet.
That's great. We're gonna loose a fucking stick of dynamite down there, and then we're gonna yell to her that we've got her fucking surrounded.
Sounds
Hold on, I
legit.
want to try something before that. I'm gonna open my my quote unquote briefcase. And what what is effectively a fishing pole just swung down.
Okay,
Oh,
if you are about to initiate combat, we can start like official initiation. So let's just, for the sake of simplicity, roll 1d5.
1d5.
So I just have a rough idea of everybody else.
Oh, I forgot the fucking.
Also, don't forget, she's not seen me yet.
Yeah, she has not seen it, but she has seen the party, so
Very cool.
Oh,
very cool. So we have, I'll just write
Thanks,
down on
Mom.
paper.
Very
We have
cool.
Stu going first, then we have
I love that 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well
we
done,
have
everyone. Well done.
her and Bill on the same turn. Then we have Merc.
Merc got a 1d5. Well done.
So basically, Dr. Jones, you're still hidden, but you have your turn. You can do whatever you want.
okay. So she's still behind the rock with a SMG or whatever drawn.
Yep. She
Yeah, go.
has not said or done anything except jumping behind the rock and taking position.
Okay, I'm not gonna go in full sight of her, but I'm gonna like creep forward a little bit and just kind of yell down to her like, "Hello, miss. How's it going?"
Oh, that's a good way to get a fucking face full of lead.
Oh no, but I'm not putting my
No,
head
no,
around. That's the thing.
You can hear the shout from below. Who are you? How you get up there?
I climbed.
That's a lie. No man can climb these cliffs.
What the fuck are you doing down there? Is what you should be asking.
Play it cool. Play it cool.
Yep.
The Yan Captain does not know subtlety, as is their species.
Like, true.
I'll just say like,
Don't trust him and his hatred of roads.
I had a bit of help. Say, what are you doing on this fine canyon here today?
You can hear her shouting from below. Are you with ICAA? Basically, E. Let me just type it in the fucking.
All right.
Why is remove kebab still playing?
Stop.
Stop.
It's on repeat. I can get rid of it if you really want to, but
What?
So she's basically shouting
Today has
at
been a
you.
gay day.
I see ya.
Naka, we're streaming.
Okay.
Oof.
Of course you don't.
Uh-huh. You'll never see it coming.
So she yells, "I see."
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
sorry,
she asked
sorry,
you,
I
are
wasn't
you-
around today. Fucking, it was a bit of a bad day. Rand's okay though.
Oh shit.
Don't tell anybody anything.
I told them that you were indisposed. I didn't want to get too specific in case you didn't want people to know.
That's fine. No, you can at least tell them so they know I ain't just fucking them around, you know.
As if they would ever think that.
As if.
Well, fucking, I'm thinking. Right. Can you hear the echo in here?
Yes.
I went to get my bed, a cupboard.
There's so
I
many
can
jokes
see
I
it
want
on
to make,
TV.
but
There's nothing in here.
Masturbating, you know. Yes, we all know.
Also, I just want to add to the conversation before I fuck off. So I know I was in Tesco buying my mum Maltesers, and what's it called? Fucking, do you want to build a snowman came on, and then I recalled immediately, you know, the misheard lyric thing, and then I just realised me singing Gas the song about Gas the Jews was the first thing that probably ever got put on YouTube about me on Star God's channel. I think Destiny saved me.
Oh.
Unironically. Do you want to guess a Jew?
That is a strange
I'll leave you to your game, sorry.
No worries, man.
It's okay.
I apologise.
No, that's all right.
Take care, man.
God, these roving coke addicts are really.
Yeah, horrible.
They wander in the door with their big, comedically large metal spoons.
Are they Canadian?
We own that.
So basically, what she asked you, are you with ESA?
Who can I roll knowledge of the world?
Yes, you can roll
Of
knowledge.
the whole world. Hey.
Well, actually, Merc will be much more helpful. If you want to roll knowledge, you get -2. This is yeah, and this is a local thing, but Merc, oh, congratulations, Dr. Jones. Even you heard of infamous ISA. Islamic State of Earth and Ares. Basically Mars.
Okay, I just yell back. No, miss, we're not affiliated with them, with ISIS.
Hold on. I think the way this woman is dressed, you might want to say yes. You might want to say yes.
The thing is, when she sees me,
She might be Kurdish. We don't know this for sure.
the
She's a
problem.
Kurd, and then we're about to get fucking introduced to the business into that fucking SMG.
Oh.
Here's the good news for you, Ankap. You actually kind of have seen this type of clothing, and you're pretty much this is not the type that a woman would wear if they are in the ESA. The ESA women don't carry weapons, only suicide vests.
Okay, good.
Well, it's not she's not from IC because she's not chained to a stove.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of, honey, what are you doing out of the kitchen?
Hey, you actually, that's a good
If
point.
you can play the ukulele, can you at least play Napalm Sticks to Kids?
Could you play Napalm Sticks to Kids, honey?
I don't know how to do that.
You can work on
Yeah.
I'll find the tabs, it's fine.
So, Stu, you can continue the conversation if you want.
Yeah. I just say, no, miss, we're not affiliated with the ISIS. Or IS.
She is weighing her options. She basically say, prove it.
I mean, if we all take a leap of faith and I don't know.
Well, at least one of you has.
I'll do it then. I'll do it. I'm the ballsy one,
just,
apparently.
let me just sally up to the cliff edge, show her my beard, and say, "Does this look like the face of a man who's affiliated with the ESA?"
Yeah.
She basically says that look like the face of a mercenary who would work for anyone who pays him enough.
Oh god. Okay.
Touché, but
okay. Am I gonna have to just play the honesty card again here and use the seal? Be like, I work for the Emperor! Fucking... Because
Don't just bring it up like completely requested. I want to remember.
Well, you're very much lucky because what did I tell you about Batavia at the beginning of the story?
for the Emporium.
What is the relationship between Batavia and the Empire?
defensive pact with the
Correct.
yes, so fuck it, yeah, I'll just show her the seal and be like, this proof enough, miss?
Well, she doesn't know very much about the Emperor's task givers, except that whoever carries that seal is a hard motherfucker, or even harder motherfucker enough to steal it from the original owner.
Yeet.
So for the most part, she knows that fucking with you would not be quite good, but also that you're not the enemy.
Cool.
So you can see as she whistles and just shrieks. The whistle shrieks to the background, and if you look at the other cliff.
Oh shit. There's more turbans. No. Oh god, they're all whamming. Oh god.
Oh boy.
You can spot only 4 so far.
Wait a minute. Were these all like former slaves of ISIS? Is this what the gig is?
Does anybody wants to roll knowledge local?
Yeah.
That'd be me. That'd be me.
Merc apparently knows this desert well.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
He knows exactly what this is. When ISA villages, the villages, they mostly leave the women to stay there and work the meager farms that can be done, and they take men to the mines to slave there.
So it's a matriarchy.
No, this is basically whoever has left and decided to pick up the guns, and since only women are left, they are the only ones that can pick up the weapons.
Okay, so I assume that these women are all married then.
Yeah, you're pretty much safe to assume this, either married or promised.
Shit.
Well,
This is a very strict patriarchy. Women in the 29th millennium, you have to be in marriage. Even if he's in mines, sure to die very soon.
Gentlemen, we have found a thought patrol.
A thought patrol.
oh god.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to be very careful about this.
Very careful.
She'll basically step up and ask, "What is your business in these cursed lands?"
Really all we want is safe passage through the mountains, basically, to get to Bania.
You are in Bania.
Okay, let me rephrase that. We're trying to get to North Africa.
She
okay?
basically looks at you and says, and she can see the edge of your truck. She says, "You will not get very far with only that truck. The ISA controls most of the right side of the mountains and most of the left."
Why don't we go in the middle then?
She says that the middle is mostly safe if you manage to time it right.
Oh, right. Okay,
The only reason they are here is to try to catch them because they're not here very often in this canyon.
My guess is we should probably move by night then.
Mostly on Tuesdays.
Mostly on Tuesdays. Well, what day is it?
It is Tuesday.
So your chance has passed, sadly.
Oh shit.
I'm going to roll, combining my skill in survival and my skill in marksmanship, to try and figure out if these icy types are poachers of some description. I know what they are. My poacher sense is tingling.
These guys will go and take your puppy because it's against their religion.
Fucking laser eyes.
Oh god.
She basically says, "You're a very long way from exiting the other side of the mountain. You can come with us if you want to take the shortcut." She's basically trying to get you on the good side. You can see that her mood is a bit more respectable after she saw the badge. And,
Hold on, guys. I haven't had a seat in this office chair in months.
Yes, Stu is away for a second, so we just wait for him.
My every single cell of my body is just screaming the words, "No, Jerusalem."
Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. You're gay.
No, you.
Oh fuck! Cross instant counter. Just accept the death.
Fucking cross counter.
The sound of sipping.
That ain't sipping, that's guzzling. I just slammed an entire liter of water.
I hope your glorious leader gets back soon. Man, it's really hard to GM to keep focus. I have no idea how to do it, Bill.
Oh, I just stay so drunk I can't actually take in other information.
Laser focus through drunkenness.
Well, it's more like after a couple of while you start tunnel visioning really fucking hard.
Oh god, I remember getting hammered and DMing when I was younger.
I once passed out during a session. That's funny.
Oh dude, I drank an entire fifth of Captain Morgan's private stock. Just fucking
I literally don't have the energy for that because I have to go back to work tomorrow.
I remember when I was
get
young.
drunk.
Well, I work 6 days a week. About the same number as I actually play or DM.
I work every day of the week.
I salute your stamina.
It's mostly
mine burned out years ago.
I salute your will save then.
Oh yeah, it's just that my body's so burned out, it's nothing more to burn. It's trying to burn dust. Eventually, just enough of it will get kicked up that it'll just explode. Yeah, who's up for just eradicating Icy?
Let's do it.
I'm back. Oh shit, and I come back and we're killing ISIS already.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking exterminate these bastards.
Yeah, let's do it, fuck it.
We're gonna drive these cunts to the ocean and drive them right the fuck into
That's
it.
what happens when you defy the Emperor's will.
Wait, you talking about these women?
No.
No, they're enemies. We're gonna dab on them.
Alright,
yeah. If they also hate dogs, then they shall also get the same treatment. We don't discriminate here.
If I can be so kind, I assume you follow them, and I can put it to the next map.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Point us in the direction.
And we'll roll up in our big tank.
Our big tractor.
So you basically arrive at the village. You can see it's mostly women and children and old people, like not even a lot of old men. And these women are the closest thing they have to the armed guard. There is not much weapon. They seem kind of shoddy. But you know, if you fire from enough of them, it will be enough to keep people at bay, at least.
I'm gonna look into guns.
So, just to remind myself, the men work and do all the hard labor in the mines in this community, don't they? And
yeah,
so the women are left as guards.
If you talk to them, they'll talk to you along the way, and they say that it has been weeks now that their men have been taken away, and they are afraid because
ISIS.
Because they don't have much time. You either convert or you work to the bone in the mine. So you don't have much options, and they don't have the numbers to attack the place.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll build some bridges, hearts and minds, you know, all that. May as well get some political favors for the Empire going.
You can see that the main woman, the one you talk to, she looks steadfast. She doesn't give much emotion, but the other ones, especially the younger behind, they are almost afraid to hope. But when you hear that you might attack them, they're very silent but shaking.
Oh.
They're trained to keep the facade, but it's not easy knowing that their husbands and brothers might be back.
The hell, they won't be back.
Oof.
I don't abide poachers, of humans or otherwise.
Yeah, I
drive
agree,
them
gentlemen.
into the sea.
Let's dab on these cunts. They're causing problems for this region.
So basically what happens is that the ladies will be very polite to you, offer you the best house, and suggest to wait for the nightfall, because to approach the mines, it will be the best to do it at night, and they suggest to leave the tractor behind, because the path there is very narrow, but it's secretive.
Okay, I will very politely thank them for their hospitality and say, ladies, if you don't mind, also while we're out, keep an eye on that tractor. It's... Well, there was some shifty-looking dudes wanting it earlier on, so make sure no one comes and tampers with it too much, please.
The main woman just points to two of them, to just speaks in some incomprehensible local dialect, and they will guard it like it's their firstborn.
Yeet. No Judah will come and take our fucking tractor from us.
You can you're not very inclined in tech things, but you can sense that the machine spirit is pleased in some way. You're kind of like, I wish I was that tractor.
It depends if they try and park it.
Oh no, no.
My character will then die.
You're pretty much lucky. It's prohibited by law to drive anything here.
Oh shit.
Why am I not surprised? Like even a little bit.
Right. So lads.
So basically, the night will come, and you will almost to the end of the night. You had a good rest. You managed to clean your guns. The women don't speak very much to you. The only thing that the lady women does is show you the path. They have like a rough map.
Alright.
Yeah, to walk around, and they will guide you, but they cannot partake in the attack as much because they are afraid that there might be retaliation against their village or other villages. So they will spend night preparing for a possibility of that if you fail.
Yeet. Sounds legit.
Yeah.
Right. Are you lads ready to move out? Do we have a strategy, or are we just going to go into the mine and yeet all these ISIS cunts?
I'm going to stay as far back as I can and shoot anyone who...
She will actually also describe the mine. It's a huge open pit. Where they,
oh, that's perfect for you, Matt. Just yeet them from the sides.
There are guard towers that
don't worry, not much longer.
Yeah, there are guard towers that oversee the pit from the sides. It's incredibly noisy and dusty. It's where they mine the white marble, which is shipped away to the rich cunts for their palaces and such.
I wonder who we know back in town who's somehow related to this.
Oh shit, are we about to dab on his operation here?
Oh look, yes. Somebody was paying attention.
Yeah.
The man who's drinking heavily.
Well, here's the thing.
No one expects someone to cruise up with what's essentially a folding Tiger arced 88mm flat cannon.
If we dab on this operation, we can follow up on that guy when we get back to the fort and be like, he filthy Judem that was enslaving people. Get him arrested.
Whatever the equivalent of a like a suppressor is, I want the opposite of that.
Oh, loud! They're just like Layman.
Dr. Layman, is that you? Dr. Layman, is that you?
Yeah, Layman literally wanted this in the only war campaign, just loudness on his shotguns.
Now for simplicity, I'll drag the new map on, and I'll draw it like the little diagram of where you are, where the guard towers are, and how you arrived. So
before we leave,
yep,
I'm gonna see if I can get some of those robes because they'll make good decoys. Luckily, all these people wear very, form obliterating black clothes. So when they're put up on a post, they look like a normal person.
Oh,
yeah, you can do that. They are the older women are quite happy to help you to make the decoys.
They're literally just a cross and with the clothes like threaded over them.
Yeah, children are having fun nailing down the cross.
There's an air of concern.
They are incredibly skillful at this.
Fun for the family! Oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Family crucifixion.
Okay, kids, make sure you keep the center nice and tight. You don't want anyone getting loose.
Yeah, they take balls of hay and make like little heads, so it's quite realistic.
Okay.
Make sure to narrow
You
it.
can comfortably carry like 2 of them
We-
without much trouble.
Alright, we now resemble sand people. Excellent. So we're going out in the middle of the night, right, to damn on them.
Yeah, you're also given the black robes to blend in the night as best as you can.
Okay. Do we like take out the sentries first and then open up, or do we just open up straight away?
I will now show you, I'll show you the map and I'll draw it on the area so
Okay.
you can see. You have a pretty good tactical. Luckily, when he dropped his thing, he rolled decent, so he didn't lost the most valuable things.
Okay, here's my general suggestion. Any kind of exits, can we make sure to destroy them as quickly as possible, so we can just shoot them?
Yeah,
Yeah, no one leaves this mine alive. This is just... Apart from our...
There we go.
Basically, I'll just pull you guys up because you're not there. And this is how the mines look, huge just white dust rising.
These salt mines.
Yeah, even in your black uniforms, if you stay in them, you will be covered in dust relatively soon, and it's very, very hard to see unless you're on the very edge of each cliff.
Okay,
You can see down there is a lot of men digging. It's pretty easy to discern completely white moving figures. They're prisoners because they're working with dust. The guys that are slightly less covered in white dust, those are guards.
Yep.
You can see there is 4 guard posts like this one, each, and I'll draw it so you can see it. This is basically the shape of the mine.
Okay, how's this for a ballsy strategy, right? We all simultaneously take down the towers, we each take a tower, sneak up and shank the guard.
Yep. You have basically 4 towers, so this thing just goes in itself. There are ladders to climb down, at the lower levels. On this part, there are cranes that pull things up. So just paint. Let me
Oh, could we use the crane as a wrecking ball?
Oh yeah.
I'm literally thinking about Resident Evil 4 right now.
And here you can see a small house, which can you assume is like the only administrative building.
Right.
Yeah, I think you can. And now let's see from which side you will come. From which side you can see.
Okay.
Let's say 1.
Because I was thinking, lads, we should maybe secure that building first of all.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do a simple 1d4. From which side she was able to avoid the guards and not. Ooh,
2.
Number 2.
Okay.
So let's just delete the other.
At least it's not 1.
Yep. So let's pretend that you are at this tower here. There are some guards. One that is pretty high up, but his attention is for the most part at the. Here we can see the guards.
Whoa, that is an evil-looking motherfucker.
Yep. You can see the guards. There is one at the top that mans a machine gun, and there are two that patrol for the most part. The greatest amount of the guards are the ones around on the cliffs. So basically, they are patrolling the prisoners and just making sure nobody tries anything funny. You can also notice that these 2 guys have sniper rifles, specifically to aim down and examine for bullshit.
Oh, nice.
Exactly. All the defenses here point inwards.
Huh.
Right.
So if they all point inwards, maybe we should try to see if we can find them
Yeah, you are basically coming from here. It's they consider this thing almost impassable. They don't pay any attention. They spend far more manpower keeping the prisoners in line.
Okay.
Now, I've got bow and arrow, and most of you got melee weapons of some description.
Yep.
I've
yeah.
got a shotgun.
Yeah, I have a shotgun as well. Yeah.
I have a power whip, so that could be handy.
Yeah, you can use it only as a normal whip as well if you turn the power option off.
Yeah, I'll
Unless you want to eviscerate the tower in half.
Wait, can it do that?
No, like use it as a garrote.
Power weapons, you got to remember, back in these days were really fucking serious.
Okay, I'm probably gonna not use the charges for most of this encounter unless I need to yeet someone. I could literally whip it around their neck though and garrote them. That's a good idea. That might be a stealthy approach.
Yeah, if you wrap it around and then remove your other hand and just pull the whip out, you're pretty much job done.
Yeet.
That's why I tipped all my arrows with fucking knockout poison and happy pills.
You basically, does somebody want to roll perception check on these guys?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I think everyone should roll perception.
Oof.
Oof.
Jesus Christ.
It's Jason Bourne.
Please don't fucking. Oh shit.
Whoa! Whoa, dude!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is, whether it be the main game or not, this is a Tuesday, and those are 2 consecutive ones. The warp chart is in use.
Okay,
the warp chart is in use.
Fuck it.
That just activated the warp chart.
That was supposed to be a 3. This is not my fault. This is the fucking.
Don't worry, I don't apply because
this is the
Ritualist is DMing, so he does not need to use the warp chart if he doesn't want to. I, however, now need to.
Yes, please. Let's roll 1d100.
God help us all.
Oh fuck.
Jesus.
18.
That's a phenomena. That's fine.
Yeah, it always goes phenomena then thing. I can hear certain people who will go unnamed cackling. Okay, let's go with the Black Crusade one because that's the one we've been using up till now.
Okay, Bill, what does 18 says?
Okay, psychic powers, psychic phenomena. And 18 is all people within line of sight of the psyker forget something trivial.
Oh, hey.
Oh, I was hoping the entire mine would blow up.
I'm trivial. You forget that you even saw me.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is, the people in there might actually, because we can see the guards.
Yeah.
We're looking at the guards. We're not looking at each other.
Okay, I'll judge that for some reason you thought you forget to powder up your makeup, basically to cover your black robes in white dust to blend in more. So they will have a bonus to notice you.
Oh god.
they forget. Oh, what was that sound?
Huh? My suit was designed to break up my outline, not to actually be camouflaged with the surrounding area.
What are you talking about, me?
So, who has the best stealth check?
I got a +3.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry.
I did a +1 on that roll. It was meant to be +2, so even 3
Okay,
is
so
bad.
I'll judge.
Okay, we're running into a problem here with roll 20, it seems, because that's like nearly 3 consecutive ones. With only 1 roll to break it up, which was a
Jesus
DM roll.
Christ! Do we have to go to the warp chart again?
Yes, we do.
Son of a bitch!
What? Oh goddamn! Okay.
He rolled another 1.
27. That is a veil of darkness. For a brief moment, the area within 3d10 meters is plunged into immediate darkness.
Gentlemen, may I congratulate, because now
we're completely fucking invisible.
there seems to have been a pretty nasty accident at the bottom, and you can see just a huge puff of smoke that just erupted from the mine and completely blanketed the area.
I like how all of this is working out exactly to our favor.
Yeah.
Can someone roll another 1 and just have one?
Was a certain chaos god amused by this?
To say this is a fucking massacre of rolls, we're doing really well.
Remember that time when my character blew up? Yeah.
But now now you have to roll a different perception. You have to roll perception to find your way to the tower and not accidentally collide with the guard.
He wants to roll the one next.
I'll have my whip out just in case.
Good.
It's still an
Too
unlucky
bad.
number, but hey.
So I assume you two take a point.
Look at all of these mediocre rolls. Like, aggressively mediocre.
These mediocre rolls are enough so you don't walk off the edge of the cliff. Like, is this the right way? Oh, congratulations. You have managed to find the right way. So far, taking the point is our resident ANCAP and Dr. Jones, which are close enough. You're now completely shit at seeing the tower, but you can see where the two guards are. They are coughing and trying to hide and trying to discern what's happening downstairs. Their attention is completely taken away.
Nice. Okay. Where are we in relation to these? Which guards?
In relation to them, you are almost behind their back.
Yep.
Just put it.
Oh yeah.
Approximately.
So it's these two.
Approximately. While these two are still a bit struggling, they're on the good path, but they're falling behind, taking it safe.
Right. Should one of us take the tower first, or should we do the tower last?
Well, if I can draw a bead on the person there, I can just hit them with an arrow.
Yeah. You snipe the guy in the tower, and then I guess me and Merc will yeet these two fellas down on the ground.
Yeah. You should know you will have penalty because you're still shooting through a cloud of smoke.
Yeah, Merc.
Well, thank God it's buckshot.
You take the closest one, and I'll whip the guy far away.
Do not fire the shotgun unless you have to. Is this still a sneaking mission?
We're gonna stealth kill as many of them as we can before we start opening up, I reckon.
Can I put a silencer on my shotgun?
Yeah.
You laugh. That's what suppressors were
yeah.
invented for.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just... I just love how nonchalant it is. Like, yeah.
Just lessen it a little.
Yeah, but please, I'll keep it subsonic.
Okay,
Keep it subsonic.
so what do we need to roll now to proceed with the attack?
So basically, I'll say you have enough good luck with stealth. So if you want to take out the guard by hand at the bottom of the tower, roll me 1d20.
Okay. I think that's Merc go first.
I am not going to shoot my shotgun. I'm going to bum rush him and try to put him on the ground.
Alright.
I will lend you my hatchet.
You should know that he's awfully close to the edge of the cliff.
Just yeet him off the...
Sparta. Just a Sparta. Oh.
Ah, that's above
That's
average.
probably enough, to be perfectly honest. These guys don't strike me as the kind who can stand up to, like, a... If your actual person is anything to go by, like 6'8".
Okay, Dr. Jones, what will you do?
So that guy's been eaten off the cliff.
No, wait, it's not happening yet. What are you going to do?
I'm going to... Is that guy by the edge of the cliff as well?
Yeah, they're pretty much on the edge of the cliff.
I'll try and yeet that guy off the cliff as well, I guess.
You slap him on the ass, he yelps off the cliff.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh no.
Let's try it.
No, well, you know what you should
Oh
do?
god!
Yep.
I was about to say, you should probably
Yep.
wrap your rope around his neck.
These guys are pretty much falling, and you can just hear two horrifying screams that echo
Oh no.
across the canyon.
They want the Wilhelm scream queued up.
As the basically guards that are closest look down, and the guy at the tower is immediately alerted at the sudden screams from basically his vicinity.
Oh.
So this was not the stealthiest of takedowns.
Okay,
If we egress now, they might think that what happened was just their friends falling.
Yeah, I think that would be a smart idea if we egress.
This is not an all-out assault. This is a guerrilla war.
Yes, it is.
So basically,
How'd that go for the round, though?
these two guys at this moment are just red splats at the bottom. The guy at the top, well, the dust is clearing off.
Scatter.
Oh shit! Just like a fucking Black Crusade.
Yep.
And if he sees one of us, I'm gonna plug him with an arrow.
Yep.
Just tell him.
It's
Tell him
happening. It's happening very slowly. But not too slow. So the guy will be. Oh yeah. Yep.
Quickly, roll stealth.
Oh shit, son.
Yeet.
Yeah, for you.
Wait, what do I get?
Because you don't have to roll stealth. You're behind. Dr. Jones manages to peel himself against the tower.
Do I roll stealth?
Oh, ye.
Yeah, you two push the man.
There we go. I love that.
Wait, does my survival skill go up with stealth or no?
Not in this case.
Oh shit, son. Of stealth.
He doesn't see shit.
Yeah, what he basically he don't see you just by the edge. He can swore that he saw something moving.
What was that
But,
noise?
What was that noise?
It was
He
that
must
on
have
the
signed the
underside
wing.
of his platform.
You can see that he's talking to a walkie-talkie, trying to discern what's happening. He's talking to the other guys that are rushing to help these two.
Guys, we can just yeet
Yeah.
them all up here. Just lure them up here and yeet them.
Basically, he's talking and talking. What do you do while he's talking? Explaining the situation.
I think we should let him finish his conversation, because if we cut him out now, people know something's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. At one point, he does finish his conversation and he rushes down as fast as possible.
Okay, well now we eat him.
Yeah, but now he's very alert. So, and the focus passed. So this guy, he's rushing too much. So let's see how does who's his line of sight at the moment. Oh, it is well. Bill has rolled very well. Let's see our resident our resident man in green. Mud, would you roll me a stealth check?
Stealth check. What do I get for stealth again?
You get +3.
+3.
Agent 47. Oh!
No, I rolled
That's
3.
that's 3d20. What you're looking for is you got a total of 15.
Yeah, but I'll say 15. So
15. Oh,
clear.
okay, right.
Yeah, he's
Just gonna pay it off coolly.
He's if you don't stop him, he's going to go to the left and
Okay.
start moving.
Uh,
He's basically starting to move here along to the
I need to
cranes.
test something.
what?
I just want to see if this works.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, it does.
Roll 20 lets you do bullshit stuff.
Rolling
I
27.
will say this.
62.
I speak from experience when I say it breaks after about 300 d6.
Okay, I'll say that's the number of the prisoners currently in the mine.
Oof. That's a lot.
Oh, these guys are fucking effective.
The
Yeah.
entire population of the Middle East. Post-apocalypse.
Non-slave.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's about 1,000 slaves in this mine.
I feel like I should eat this guy before he learns his buddy, so the whip cracks out. I'll try and go rotten.
Oh, yeah, let's see for the whip. What are the stats of Dr.
Oh
Jones?
no. Oh no.
Oh no, these let's see what are.
I think you boys are gonna have to shoot.
I'm wondering now if I was to roll instead, because I really don't feel like rolling d20s anymore. I'm thinking if I should roll, 20 d1s.
No, that's bullshit. That's just 20, my friend. Don't bullshit me.
I don't know.
What
man.
was that?
I've never tried it before.
Unlucky for you, this guy is actually it misses him and he just snaps on the edge of him, and he sees you.
Okay.
So unless somebody else wants to really quickly assist, the next move will be on this guy because
Yeah, everyone just shoot him.
He's getting arrowed first and
Alright.
foremost.
for the arrow, let's see our resident arrow man. He has Yeah, I'll like +3 on his arrow thing.
Oof.
Yeah.
Aggressively mediocre.
Yep. That hits comfortably, and the arrow does.
Tipped with the finest Xanax.
Oh yeah, because it's tip, it paralyzes him on the spot. Basically, if it was not tip, it will dealt some damage, but he would not have died. He would not be able to shoot, but you pretty much he'll try something else. But because it's tipped.
Oh god, I just realised what I've made. I made those fucking stupid nectar-tipped knives from Hayes.
Yep.
So
I was just gonna say, ranged Cosbys, but okay.
Ranged Cosbys. Nice.
The hive of Cosbys.
And you can see that this guy is basically drugged out.
Alright, lads. Should we just
And
put him in? Oh.
And you're approximately here now. It's bad. Yeah.
Lads, should we just put him out of his misery now? Because we can't really interrogate him if he's paralyzed. He probably can't speak.
Once he's paralyzed, what you do is you just... What would a drug addict do that would get them killed? Literally anything.
Fourth cliff.
Is there anything we could shove in his veins that'll make him OD on the spot?
Well, it would be very strange for a man to be OD'd right after two of his colleagues fell. and you're pretty much sure, you don't even have to roll this, that he was shouting something that he'll come to his officer.
Mud, what would Hitman do, 47 do to make this look like a terrible accident?
Normally what you do is leave him in a pile with all the others, so that when the others come to investigate, they get shot in the back of the head and fall in the pile.
Yeah.
Now this is true. Is that, or like they're being conveniently placed?
Is it possible to rig that? Is it possible to rig this guy so that when someone tries to investigate him and roll him over, he explodes?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it is possible, but it will take you around unless you have a very special explosive. I know all those mines. There's actually a whole movie about that thing. It's a comedy movie from Serbia.
Oh god.
I kind of want to see what comedy movies look like in Serbia, because if they involve specific landmines. Kosovo.
Most landmines don't explode on like when you step on them.
Yes, usually when you like release it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most of the ones these days do explode when they step on them. When they actually.
Yeah, I'll send you a clip from that movie later, Bill. Basically, the guys are bitching in the trench who started the war. But yeah, if you want, you can make a makeshift explosive device to be triggered.
Is that the one with the UN in it? 'Cause I saw history buffs talking about it.
Yeah, there is a UN coming and they're trying to dismantle the bomb.
Yeah.
They thought they put it on a corpse, but it was the man still alive, so it's the whole movie to see if they can save him.
Yeah. Alright, it might be a different film then, but oh well. Sounds interesting.
So, while your resident bowman is away, what do you do with the poor sod?
I'm not really sure what explosives we have on us, if we had any at all.
Dude, when someone tries to like, just roll him onto the the people who are investigating. Go for a team kill. It's all good. But worst case scenario, he dies. Best case scenario, he hits someone else. Excellent case scenario, you somehow manage to knock out both of them, if not kill both.
Yeah, it is quite possible to stuff him with explosive and send him to guard the expressway.
I didn't think about the explosives, but that might help.
Yeah. I don't know who should roll for this, but I'll give it a go. So.
Well, it's a pretty easy roll to stuff the man with explosive and just light the fuse and hope it doesn't explode before the proper way.
Alright. I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Damn, son. Damn, son.
Yes,
it's not one, so...
Does anybody wants to roll another 1d20 to assist him?
Does anyone have, like, relevant stats for that?
We had an explosives expert who's not playing, so.
I'll just go for the D20.
Let's just skip the.
Oh
Hold on a
shit,
minute.
man.
Hold on a minute. Have I fleshed out my
47
third
knows what's
skill
up.
yet? Because if
Yeah,
this is
Yeah, I just put the judge as a bullshit, but you can change that if you want. But with this pure 20, oh man.
Okay.
It's gonna be so good. You hide explosives so well that you're completely sure. You did this before. You tied explosives and to dead people and use it to kill their friends. You know completely the hang of this. Basically, this man is stuffed explosives in completely the right way. There is shrapnel stuffed. The fuse is hidden. The time is perfect. You even wait a little. You can see that even more guards are coming. Basically, the prisoners at this point are ferried away into this area where the guard can see them. Basically, the work, the construction has stopped. I'll just say that approximately the prisoners are rounded up in this area here at the bottom, so they can be kept an eye off as I think you're pretty sure is a medic coming to examine them and see what has happened. And
A small child comes up, Papa, Papa, where are we going?
There is no Papa here. Basically, the guards are trying to look up.
Your dial was never in the ISEA.
And at the last moment, you wonderfully push the poor man who is just regaining his conscience, and he can smell as the fuse is lit and the gravity takes place. So, Mud, would you be so kind to roll me, let's say, 1d3?
Allah, guide my C4.
Yes.
We're using their counter-terrorism tactics against ISIS.
Why did we never think of playing only war like the Planet Side crew that we ran?
Oh god.
Mud, if I can, 1d3.
Ah, fuck, I keep on fucking up with the
Slash R, 1d3, you dyslexic fuck.
Oh, god damn it. Look, this is why I set up macros.
Oh shit, son.
Shit, son. Oh shit, son.
Murdered in cold blood. Also, I'd point out, because these guys, like all these people I'm hitting with these arrows, they're not getting into heaven either if Islam has not changed that much, which let's face it hasn't.
Yeah.
Because it's tipped with drugs and alcohol.
Okay, because I had 3 guys on the map, and you rolled 3. Basically, this side of the force, now it's completely obvious what is happening. They know they are under attack. There is complete shit show, and you manage to eliminate what is essentially a third of their force. If you roll the 1, you would kill just 1/3 of this force, but this was like a third of their total force, just gone.
I call that a euthanasia bombing.
And you know what we do now, boys?
What?
We run.
We shoot the last one.
And then we hit the next. And then we hit the next batch when we re-enter.
I just love how we're using Mujahideen guerrilla tactics against the
Against the
insurgents. It's so good.
Oh my god.
Use their own strength against them.
So basically, where do you want to go now that he's been blown up?
Well, first of all, we take the sniper rifle that was left over here, and then we book it.
Oh yeah, we loot their fucking...
We loot everything we can. We grab whatever we can, and we leave. And then we're gonna try. What we're gonna try and do is, what do you reckon, boys? If we assume that they are gathering around here, at the base of where we just attacked, I think a good place to hit would be here, or possibly here.
No, you can see this without the perception roll. The people here are just going to look from where the bomb fell. They're examining this cliff, and there is a lot of them. Let's see. Oh, yep. One of them managed to spot you right off the bat. They can see there is somebody on this cliff.
That's a lot of d20s, Jesus.
There's only 20 of them.
Yeah, there is 20 of them here at this base. Now let's see from here, because there is also people manning the cliff. But there is not as much of them. Yeah, there is not as much of them here. Just reduce it.
All right, we must be like the wind. And strike them now.
Translation: we are not fucking hanging around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn whoever you can, and then fucking murderize them.
Hit or miss, I guess I never miss her.
These guys are not sure.
What's that?
Basically, because of the explosion, it really did take a pure threat 20 to see you, and because it's a huge cliff and there is dust now everywhere. So these guys do not see you yet. You are lucky. But these guys, they are going to open fire pretty soon, unless you dodge.
Fuck it. Yep. Let's run for it.
I say get the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's you.
We run. We hit and fade. We just hit. We wiped out a third of them.
Apparently, yeah.
I'll also put it on the map so you can see them.
Cause as much havoc as we can. So I don't know, like the guardhouse on fire.
Yeah. Basically, this is where it was the guard, and from here, it did cause a lot of commotion. So basically, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is how much was here.
Yeah, like the watchtower on fire, so that when
this
they
is basically
pursue...
one thread. This is the second thread, and the guys up here are the remaining thread. So you can see 3 black circles. Those are 3 threads of their entire force. Currently, this is gone, and this is going to fire at this position very soon.
Okay, the plan is this. As we egress, I'll knock over whatever lanterns or such they have. If that fails to start a fire, I'll fire a flare. Or I drop a flare into the guardhouse. My idea is that when they pursue us, these guys don't have night vision equipment.
It's almost dawn. You attack at the break of dawn, so.
Never mind. Ignore me, because I was going to use that too. I was going to use that burning watchtower to destroy their night vision. So when they try and look for us, their eyes are still fucked up from looking at the burning watchtower. But if it's right next to dawn, I won't bother.
Yeah. So, do you want to charge left or right? Let's reiterate. You're now where is the green X? Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
The red things, those are the cranes and the main building.
The main building is going to have some serious people in it. I would say that we don't want to fade left because then we're just going. Well, we're going into the force we already killed. I would say that we want to run. We want to go to the right because we'll run into more serious people, but those people will probably be few and further between. I'd rather fight a few elites than a lot of mooks, because a lot of mooks have more chances of rolling 20s.
Yep. Yeah, we're not really based for taking out. We're not really crowd control.
We can yeet on one person. We can't fight 20 people who collectively are as strong as him.
Plus, if we fight the mooks, we have to fight the elites too anyway.
I'd rather not use up all my poison arrows.
So
you're moving to the main building.
Well, we are. Well, really, what we're trying to do is get away from far enough away that they'll lose us.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard. The cliffs here are sharp, but you're going to take 2 turns to arrive at the building. So the bad guys at the bottom will open fire. You can now move 1 turn while they're still aiming.
Okay, I'm gonna throw down some. We'll throw down some decoys in places. Basically, as we round any corners, we'll leave a decoy, so that when they run up to try and... So when they run and try and pursue us, oh look, there's one there. They dump a mag into that. Oh, it was actually a broom handle. It was a broom and a watermelon on a stick, on said broom. All draped in rags.
Moving and placing a decoy, that will give them 1 extra turn to shoot. So basically, instead of two.
Oh, it's not really placed. It's just tossed down, kind of haphazardly.
Yeah, it will fall down because you at least need to punch it and stick for a little while. So it's a bit harder to do this in this dirt. So I'll get to make it simple. They have one more turn of firing. So as you move, they're now going to open fire. All 20 of them.
Shit.
Let's see. We have 19 and we have two 19s and 120. Those are 3 possible hits. Now let's see who will get hit. These are shit weapons, so let's see.
Now I should point out
3d4.
as one
3d4.
As one DM to another, there are 3 19s and a 20. However, there is also a nat 1.
Oh yeah, I'll put in the nat 1. Don't worry. Basically, one guy weapons jammed, so next turn you'll have just 19 d20s. But maybe in the future I'll change the rules. These are shit weapons. It's not like he shot somebody of their own. So let's say 1 is Stew, 2 is Mud, 3 is Bill, and 4 is Mark.
Oofed.
These are just so I know. So those are 3 shots. So 3d4. Stew gets 2 shots and Mud gets 1 shot. So you still takes 2 points of damage.
Oh.
What is your armor again?
None, isn't it? Because I wear a leather jacket.
Yeah.
Do I get dodge though?
Oh yeah, you
Because I have
actually
2
get
dodges.
you get 2 dodges basically because of.
Because that's one of my skills.
So roll me 2d20.
Okay.
Oh, one misses you, but the other one hits you.
All right.
I will not make you roll like is it leg or shit like that. That's just watch it. As for Mud, let's see. You are.
I have a cool camo jacket, so I think that should give you.
Yeah, but you're this is like more of a spray fire. This is if something catches you by luck. So you also take 1 heal points, and actually all of you have 4. So now you're on 3, and now you're also on 3.
All right.
But you have managed to install the dolls. So next turn, only half of them will take a pot shot at you. But because one guy misfired, it's so be just 9 d20s. To see do you manage to. Oh, now we have only 1 hit. And another guy's weapon failed, so this will be 1d4. 3. Bill, what are your skills?
My skills are survival, stealth, and what was the third one? Marksmanship.
Marksmanship. What is your armor?
My armor does not provide armor; it just provides additional stealth and survival, and stink apparently.
Yes. Sadly, you also take 1 shot, but you keep moving on, and you're almost next to the edge. So you will now all have an extra chance to dodge because you're almost next to the cover. But they will take 1 more shot, so it's 8 of them firing, while the other are still firing at the dolls. They have not decided if it's a ruse. Oh, 1 more manages to take a lucky shot. Who is it going to be? 3, so another shot at you, Bill, but you can roll dodge.
Okay, will that be based on my survival skill?
Yeah, you can use your survival skill. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
You can just feel as it passes by your ass and avoid the bullet.
Getting shot once is enough.
And at this moment, you have basically arrived at this building here, and it's looking pretty good. The guards up there are still trying to decide why they're exactly shooting there. They have not taken defensive position. And can somebody roll me stealth?
Not me, apparently.
I can roll stealth if you need to.
Yeah, please.
Oh shit!
Oh, look at that fantastic roll.
Whoa!
Now I'm afraid to roll this, but let's see. Oh, you manage. This is you passed just barely. You have approached one of the guards. There are about 5 guards here at the top, next to the cranes, and you have managed to approach the one without him noticing you.
All right.
Yeah, you're pretty much in his face.
Yeah.
All the bullets and all the commotion is basically covering up your tracks.
Okay. I feel like speed is of the essence here, so I'm thinking I'll turn on the power setting on my whip and just vaporize this guy.
Yes, you can do that. Roll me 1d20. And
Oh fuck! Oh, my whip is not rolling well tonight.
Oh, okay, this guy's getting an arrow too.
wait, let me see, because
He might roll like complete shit.
yeah, let's see. He will hear the crackling and the energy, and he'll actually try to dodge. So
All right.
Dodge. Yeah, he actually managed, but he falls on the floor because even if it is a miss, he can see the crackling and the horseshit happening around him, so he doesn't want to be around.
All right. I
So
guess someone else
that's-
have a go.
Yeah, before the other guys step in, because only 2 guys that are closest will react after this. So you have you 3 have your shots if you want to take them out.
Alright, so is our stealth is blown, I assume.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's blown, but you have the surprise around on them.
Yeah, we're currently in like SAS stealth, where we're breaching and clearing rooms fast enough that they don't really realise that we're here.
Alright, how close
But
am I to the... Find me the closest guy so I can just yeet at him with my fucking
Yeah,
shotgun.
it's the guy on the floor, or I'll just put 2 more. I'll just use these guys. You have 2 guys that are close. You're basically here to this guy, and these 2 guys over here. There is 1 more guy there, and the last one is near the door of the house.
This guy's on the floor, right?
Yeah, these guys on the floor.
I want to nail the closest one that isn't on the floor.
Yeah, this either one of these 2 guys.
All right. Let's do it, right?
Yep, that does it. They have almost no armor. And which weapon do you use?
Shotgun.
Let me see. Let's roll 1d20. Yes, sadly it just kills 1 guy. It doesn't does spread damage. So this guy is pretty much on the floor, hanging to his life.
All right.
I guess one of you 2 lads just finish him off quickly, machete or some shit.
Yeah.
Everyone would like to introduce my axe to the party. Yee!
Oh
Is
shit.
one. Oh yeah, the axe just hits, and his guts are on the floor, but he's not moving around anymore. These 2 guys are still alive. They have about as much as little less health than you. They have 2 healths, and each attack did 1 damage. But that's pretty much enough to put them in critical. I did not think this through, so here's the rule. The mooks just have 2 healths, and a good hit is enough to take them out.
Okay.
or have them in agony. So that's just this guy. This guy is dead. This guy is dead or dying. So the last one here, and there is the fifth one in the back near the doors.
Right. It's Mud's prize round, I believe.
Yeah, Mud has his.
Dominic.
You know what we forgot we bought?
What?
Smoke grenades.
Yeah. God. I mean.
Yeah, you just like me took explosives. That was one extra I'll give you. This one will not pass. So.
Oof.
But
I don't
but
really have any
pretty
melee
much
weapons.
You can shoot this guy though, because he's a bit of a distance away, I think.
What
Yeah,
if I were to open my rifle case in a way to have my rifle
Yeah, you will
bash
have
the
to,
back?
you will have to waste a turn. But you can use your modified shotgun with your quick draw.
Yeah, the quick draw means I don't have any negative repercussions from having like a swift.
Yep. You can do it just 1d20 flat.
Okay, cool. What? Just yeet him? Sure.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Ooh, 8 misses, sadly. Even with this.
How
program,
did he miss with a shotgun?
Yep. Now, what he's going to do is he's going to take a step back, and he's going to fire as he steps back. So, but he's very surprised and very nervous now that his friend has been shot. So he will now try his best. Let's give him a -5. Let's see, does he hit anything? Oh, he manages actually to hit in this wildfire. Let's see, 1d4, who he hits? Number 4, he hits
Me.
Mark. Yeah.
The
but-
person with actual armor on.
Yeah, let's see. Oh no, he's actually on the very edge. If he, you have armor of 1, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sadly manages to hit you, and you get 1 point of damage. So each one of you is on 3 points of damage. And now it's your turn to return fire. And this guy has been alerted as well. So next round, both of them will open fire on you.
Oh, wonderful. So, what am I supposed to roll?
Yeah. Who you want to attack?
Oh, we're gonna go for this dude right here.
Yeah, you can roll. What do you have from skills? It was... Just find...
Oh shit! No, I forgot.
Oh yeah, that hits him. These guys are not terribly armored, well coordinated. Yeah, that puts him out of his alert state. This might seem like shooting fish in a barrel, but it is. These guys are only strong when they have the gun and they are on top of the guard tower.
Okay.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
Yeah. So you have this guy, and I cannot show it, but I'll show it in the next picture. The guy next to the guardhouse. So does anybody want to take a shot of him?
Yeah, I'll give the revolver a go, I guess. Let's see. Wow, I roll terribly in combat.
Yeah, but this hits the people with 0 armor, and these are sadly for them these guys.
Oof.
So that's, yeah, you manages to put these 2 guys down before they manage to fire back one more time. So for the moment, if you look at the main map, sorry, this area is under your control. Unless you go down here, this is basically where the main building is. You currently have control of the cranes.
Now, if they were silly, what they'd do is they would advance up the cliff face, right into the path of the cranes.
Oh shit.
Can somebody roll 1d20 down for perception?
Okay.
Is it perception or deception?
Perception.
There you go.
Oh, mud.
Oh, Mud's
Mud sees a lovely sight down there. while the guys that are basically here have been firing up at you, they did not pay much attention to the prisoners behind them. You can just hear a lot of as white things, just mass of white hands and rocks fly around, and black cat figures are just massacred.
Montagnards.
Oh shit, are the slaves rebelling now? They've seen the chance.
Stu, we have Montagnards.
Oh.
I've always wanted Montagnard. Napalm makes that fire higher.
So, from the bottom, you're pretty much sure that you'll not have problems. That these guys have much bigger problems than you upstairs doing anything. So technically you have a clear way to the main house, if you want to proceed. I just have to remove the map.
Okay, if we're passing by any of the bodies, toss the guns down to the Montagnards. The Monties.
Yeah, it's very hard. You're pretty lucky to hit them on the head than anything else.
Let gravity do the heavy lifting.
Yeah. So I'll just drag you, if that's okay with you, to the area where the final house is. Actually, it's not. It's a house. It's more of edge of another cliff that has been repurposed.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. They fucking
Is that
reinforced the front.
Is that the Last Crusade? Temple?
There's also a giant screaming skull.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Drink from the wooden cup, and the floor's probably invisible, so all right.
So just run across the floor. Well, no, not that one. You know when we leave the temple, right? Just run across the floor as fast as you can. Because it's probably going to collapse under us.
Nah, but here's the thing. Like, you got to remember, Jesus was a carpenter, so he could carve his own damn mug. It was quite a nice mug. It was just made of wood.
But what you can see, there are like plaster walls and some barbed wire, but it seems that it's not manned as much. There is only one guy that was technically on guard duty. Other four you just killed have been sitting here and have been rushing down to see what's the commotion about. So you are very lucky that there is nobody sitting at this, and few turrets behind. Otherwise, you will be forced to use heavy weaponry to blow this thing up.
As I said, we could check a stick of dynamite back there.
Yep, but very hard when there's open space and they are firing at you from this position.
It's all fun and games until the stick of dynamite you threw gets hit by a stray bullet.
Oh.
Yep.
So you don't have any arms anymore.
So currently you have just this one guard who is very afraid, as he sees he can hear the mayhem, and now he is going to take one shot as you approach him, with a very difficult penalty. And sadly the bullet just goes astray.
That's a negative, so what he does is he turns the gun on himself and blows his own fucking brains out. I can't do this, man!
Yeah. He doesn't shoot.
Game over, man! Game over!
Yeah, basically he's shouting that, but he's going to fire really quickly the same again, just out of fear. Yeah, completely missed. He's just
he misses on
he's tossing his gun away and he's gibbering something, which even Merc can understand. It's begging for mercy.
Hey Merc, you know what would be really unfortunate is if someone pump kicked him over the fence, so he covered the barbed wire so he could climb across.
You know, it would be really unfortunate if I agreed with you. Where is it?
Pump kick him. Okay, here's a scene. You are Nicolas Cage. He's Lily Sobieski. It's the Wicker Man. Pump kick that bitch into a wall.
Does that do it? Does that
hits.
successfully pump kick his ass over the wall?
Yeah, he flies back and stops midair, and his body is frozen and just flown away on the side.
Fucking yeeted.
Yeah, but
rockets blasting off again.
It's unnatural. It's flown into. It flows from your gunshot, and then something stops it midair, and it redirects him back. and you can feel a crackling of
Oh, it's
energy.
it's a fucking like. Oh
As
no,
this
power field?
gentleman
Oh, God.
steps
No.
out.
Psycho.
Look at this big Negro.
It's a major ID.
Dark Sargon.
And this man will step on the floor and say something that you're pretty sure means you're dead man. And roll me 1d5 for for fucking initiative.
Right.
Oof.
Ooh. Shit.
Ah.
And Matt, please, if you would.
Imam Brol Hidi.
Oh, damn son.
Oh, thanks. So basically, before he can do anything, Mud and Merc can have their shot at him.
All right. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I don't like the look of this fucking guy.
Cool, I'm opening the briefcase.
I was gonna say, Mud, you should.
Yeah,
this
you
is the
open
time.
the briefcase. Oh
Go
shit!
for that assassination on him.
That bounces off his psychic armor. Mud, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, if I get a free shot, sure.
No, it's not a free shot. It's initiative.
Oh yeah, no, I've robbed my initiative.
Roll me 1d20 to shoot. If you want to shoot at him.
Cool. I have a marksman trait, which should give me +2.
No, that's on your sniper rifle.
Yeah, no, I said I opened my briefcase to pop out the sniper rifle. So.
If you did it before. Oh.
No, I just did. No, okay, I just did it now, so I'll do it the next turn. I'll shoot the next turn.
Okay. So next turn is his turn, and who is he going to attack?
Not me.
That's going to be. Well, it's all the same because. Wait back. Mud. Well, he's going to attack the man who just take out a fucking huge sniper rifle and hit him. So 1d20. Let's see, can his psychic thingy hit you? Ooh. Well, he was aiming for the rifle, but sadly, the rifle seemed to have pinged off.
The rifle's a stronger psycho than he is.
Yes. And now it's Dr. Jones' turn.
Okay. I'm going to whip out.
I'll say it. If you want to charge at him, you are within the range.
Can I charge at him with a whip and use that in melee?
You know what's really not great for psychers? Having a whip round your throat
Yeah.
and dragged over barbed wire.
I guess I'll dash up and use the whip on him and be like, that belongs in a museum.
You belong in a museum.
Oh, wait.
You belong in a mausoleum, mate.
Stu, give me a second. Let's see. Does that give you bonus? Because of you have the cool effect.
Oh yeah, I forgot the
Actually,
jacket.
yes, he completely agrees with you. It does belong in the museum.
Oh, okay, cool.
Fair enough. Good encounter.
So you have +1 on your jacket and +1 on your melee when you roll 1d20 to hit it.
This is literally a weird flex, but okay.
I'll use the power field on it. Alright, mediocre.
Let's see. Yes, you're on very border and you actually manage to hit him with a power whip.
We're about to see a man have his skeleton pulled out.
Let's see. Yeah, this will do. Oh man, is this? Let's see. Bullet is like 1 damage. War blast is 2 points of damages. Sniper round heavy explosive is like 3. How should we rank the power whip? What do you think? I think 1 is too little. 2 is kinda, but 3. Let's see what damage should the power whip does.
Yeah. apparently old school power fields were serious shit, so...
Old school power fields are shit like that beam sword from fucking Gaunt's Ghosts.
Oh, God.
Well,
I don't know what's going on, but everybody's starting to robot pretty badly. I don't know if it's just me or...
The psychic's abilities are taking hold.
Okay, let's just say, a weapon based on Archaeotech, the Mark 6 longsword, can pierce tank armor. It has a pen of 6 and does like 1d10 plus 5.
Okay, in that case, for this gentleman, we'll try to roll his save dodge. And it has to be quite substantial, so 17 or 18 or higher.
Oh, damn.
Oh, dear.
Never mind that. As Power Whip just comes sliding down and eviscerates this man's hands off as he's trying to protect himself. And then eviscerates his elbows, and then eviscerates his belly, and it just goes straight down to the crotch.
He holds up his arms, trying to defend himself, and just goes straight the fuck through him.
And yep, now he has 2 balls and 2 dicks. And basically, thanks to this very good roll and the fact that you're using Archaeotech, you can manage to yeet this man away in one shot. Which is very lucky, because if he has yeeted at Mud, he would yeet him in one shot as well.
Oh, yeah.
And also, if you're like any lower, you would not be able to penetrate his psychic field of protection.
Yeah.
And with that, you can just look around. You can see the dead man. If you look inside of the cave, you can see it's not as big as it is. It's mostly few rooms, no magic cup, no crusaders, no giant cross on the floor.
Don't worry, there'll be a giant cross on the floor before we're done.
Yeah. If you step out, I'll just delete this layer. If you step back, you now have the corpse of the man you just killed. You have his stuff, which I will tell you about later. Do you want to make this spectacular? Because
yeah, I think we nail him up and yell Deus Volt or some shit like
that.
Well, yeah, let's nail him up.
Roll me a diplomacy check. It will be quite easy.
All right, I'll roll one.
1d20, and you have a bonus of 2.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. Only if you rolled like 1 or 2, it would be bad. Basically, okay. if you did that, you would basically place the cross wrongly. It would fall down the chasm and kill a few people. Now that would be really bad.
2df. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and you basically put him here on top of the crane and shout Deus Volt.
Look, did you just try to roll fudge dice? I forgot that was even the setting on these dice.
And basically, about 1,000 people, a little bit less, those that who survived the explosions and everything else, shouting Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
I'm gonna yell, "The Emperor protects!" And just like fucking let's get this shit started before
it. Hold up my shotgun over my head and go.
I'm dealing with this crap. Sorry.
And it's almost done. Basically, the people are shouting at you, cheering. They're climbing the ladders. Yep. You can see tears of joy washing away the white dust from the hills. You can even hear a chanting of women. La, 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 la. As obviously they have decided that whatever shit you were causing was enough to motivate them to get there.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't.
Motivated.
Yeah, I don't.
Get motivated, son.
Let me find some tokens. I place some tokens for women as they approach the festivities. Hey. Yeah, they join their husbands. Yeah,
all right.
They also shoot the guns and let's use let's use Hassan as for the lovely workers that are piling up.
Yep.
And going up the ladders to hug their families and cry and sing you praises. You essentially cleared out a minor rogue state by yourself.
Okay.
At least a cell of it and a major supply chain.
Hey.
When you go to look to the paperwork and wealth and the phone of the dead psyker, you see our contact of what you assume is our friendly merchant back in the base.
Oh,
we just achieved what the Kurds couldn't achieve in like 30 years.
Well, congratulations, you did that on the area size of the pit.
It's something.
Well, I'm just gonna.
It's something.
Something's queued up, hopefully, when.
Yeah. I'll just go back to the background. You are back to the village. The corpse is still being paraded. The locals are somehow moving the entire crane, which seems is going to become a permanent fixture in this village as they just hold the crucified man on top.
Right.
Basically that's this encounter for this time.
Yep.
You will basically be given first dibs on looting the mine and anything you see in it. And the villagers will be more than happy as the men take out most of the guns, of course waiting for you to take a pick, and they will guard the road for you to the next town.
Hey. Alright, lads, I reckon we praise ourselves, obviously, but we praise the Emperor as well. Let's get the shit started years before it happened.
So I say we wrap it here tonight, and next time you can maybe you can in downtime say what you did in the village, if you joined the celebration or traded or.
Yep.
I'll give you the list. I didn't want to give you the loot boxes yet because that's for the other guys to see as well.
All right.
Good stuff.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Any final thoughts from you guys before I close this out?
Taxation is bad.
I can't believe we spent the entire season waiting for the fucking double ones to happen, and it happened in an episode that wasn't even part of the main thing, and wasn't even DM'd by me. Oh, okay.
and it saved your ass.
Oh yeah, it super did. The warp conspired in our favor on that one. We would have been dead without them.
Yeah, warp hates ISIS.
Alright, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all again soon. Have a good one.